the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
We watched Handsome Devil, Charming Killer on Paramount. This is a wild one. This story is about Wade Wilson, the gentleman who's currently on death row in Florida prison for unaliving 2 women.
Correct.
Yes, this is a crazy ass story. When he called his dad, he told his dad what he did.
Everything,
like to the details, he's telling his dad, and he's like joyful about it.
Right.
There are women out there that actually like seek out men in jail like that.
That's wild. But the question is, do you think he's cute?
I'll say this. He is not unattractive.
Right.
He is not my type.
He's not my type either.
He's way too like clean cut for me.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. He's way too murdery for me.
Hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today is episode 76.
76.
Chucking it up.
I know.
Say that every time.
We're so getting there.
Yes, every week. We're getting closer and closer. Today, we have another crazy one for you. We watched Handsome Devil, Charming Killer on Paramount. This is a wild one. This story is about Wade Wilson, the gentleman who's currently on death row in Florida prison for unaliving 2 women.
Correct.
Yes, this is a crazy ass story. What were your thoughts on after you watched this show?
Dude, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. He's bad news.
Bad news.
Like, just the way that he is so boastful about how he's able to like charm all these women, and that's what he does, and he just how he's so irresistible, and to be like all of the people that have just like flocked to him, the social media
insane
backing for this guy is nuts. The reason why he's fat in prison is because
of everybody supporting him and sending him money. Literally. Okay, like it's crazy. So he's dating someone, goes home one night at a bar.
Right.
Like he's there with his current date. Leaves
right.
the bar with another woman.
Right.
Unalives that woman.
Right.
Later in the same day,
goes back to his girlfriend with
yes.
the unalived woman's car.
Yes.
Beats the smack out of his girlfriend.
Yes.
And then drives off again.
Yes.
And then
goes to another girl's house, meets another girl, sees her on the side of the road walking.
He sees her on the side of the road as she's walking to work.
Yeah.
Invites her into his truck.
To give her a ride or something.
Yeah, he was asking for directions to the high school. So she hops in and she was going to like
give him the directions.
Right. So he, again, does what he does best and then pushes her out of the car and then or truck or whatever he was driving, and then proceeds to run her over until she no longer exists.
Yes.
And like, and that's what he did on a Tuesday or a Monday.
Yeah,
I can't remember the day of the week.
In like the span of
it was like hours,
24 hours.
It was just hours. It was crazy.
Boom, boom, boom.
It was like 9 a.m. like 1 p.m. and then like later that night. It was like all in the same day.
When he beat up his girlfriend, she like got away essentially, like ran outside or whatever, because she was like at her work or something, and like the cops ended up finding him like that day. And there was only one officer that like approached him, and he was acting all weird, like in the car, you know, only had the window down super like a little tiny bit, whatever. He ends up driving away from the cops.
Because he wasn't in his car. Like,
no.
He was in a stolen car at that point.
So he drives away, flees from the cops, whatever. He like ends up calling his dad. He's like hiding at some house, ends up calling his dad, and his dad ends up calling the police and telling the police where he's at, because when he called his dad, he told his dad what he did.
Everything,
like to the details, he's telling his dad, and he's like joyful about it.
Right. Like,
and he's
kind
like
of proud.
Yes.
Is how his dad described it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine what it felt like as a parent
to sit there and listen to that.
And so I guess like Wade didn't wasn't raised by his biological parents. He was adopted.
His biological parents were really young when they had him.
Super young.
So he was adopted by, I did not write down the name of his adopted parents.
No, but
they're the ones that gave him the name Wade.
Yeah, but so he grew up in this adopted family, but stayed in contact with his bio parents throughout or whatever. And
at least his dad.
Yeah. I don't think mom was really in the picture, but dad sets him up basically, you know, and Wade, the cops show up at the house where he's at, and he does turn himself in and goes in peacefully. Right. So, but like, as they're going through, like, even in the interviews initially in the beginning,
he's so gross.
He's just like trying to be controlling of the interview, and like it's a female police officer that's interviewing him. You know,
he
so
like tries to get her to take his cuffs off,
and like he's trying to like, you know, put his charm on her and like
comfortable.
Yeah, and like she already knows what she's walking into.
Yeah, no,
and
this is this guy,
like knowing that this guy had just done the deed 2 times. Like back to back almost, pretty much. And then you're sitting across the table from him. Like, no,
there's no way
unhandcuff
I'm gonna take your handcuffs off,
like,
dude.
What? Are you kidding me?
No.
And he is just so, I cannot believe how many people were actually supporting him though. Like through the trial and everything.
Support him still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insane. Like hundreds of thousands of women.
The Wade wives.
Yes. Were like sending him money. Like as he's like in jail, he has like all these different girlfriends essentially that he's video chatting with and getting them to send him money.
Dude, like his commissary. And they're doing it. They are like maxing out all of his stuff. Like all the money for phone calls. I mean, because that stuff's expensive. Like that costs the person you're calling. Like the money for the commissary. Like
for the extra good foods or whatever.
The honey
like,
buns and Skittles and stuff. God, I want some Skittles.
I want some honey buns. So they're going through, you know, the trial and everything, which I think was probably like the biggest like point of like, not point, but like the biggest escalation of the show, because there was just like so much happening.
Well,
you know,
he made it very simple. He did the thing and then was like, yep, I did it.
Yes.
And so then it was a whole point of like processing him through the system as to finding him guilty and then sentencing him.
Right.
You know, taking the judicial steps that need to be taken in order to prosecute him for his crimes.
Yeah. And like it was interesting because the prosecution, obviously they had a really strong case against him.
Weird.
But the defense had like, they had no defense. Like they had nothing to counter with like at all.
What would you like?
I know, but like it's crazy that like even the lawyer was like, we were just waiting to see what avenue we could try to even take to defend. He
said that he was like, me and so were unfortunately the first 2 to step up and volunteer, and we did not know what we were getting into. If we knew more, we wouldn't have, because this was a mess. I mean, it's hard because, like I said, he made it so straightforward.
Right.
Like once his dad turned him in and was like, you know, I really
like they had the confession. They had the girlfriend that got away that was beaten up.
Yeah, that same day.
Yes.
That's so
they
wild.
had her, you know, testimony and so forth. They had other like former girlfriend people in the courtroom that testified also. And like it was crazy to hear like their stories too. And while this whole trial is going on, he has a freaking the main girlfriend, Alexis or whatever her name was, with the colored hair or whatever.
And the tattoos.
Yeah, she was with him throughout this whole thing. Like, and they had plans to like get married, and she was under the impression that
he had told her he didn't do it.
Yeah, and like she believed him. Yeah. And then she started hearing all these things and seeing all these things and like getting really conflicted in her emotions. And like she went to the trial every single day and like heard these testimonies and like heard the things in details of what he did. And it was crazy to see her like perspective change. But also, even though her perspective was changing, she was still like, I still have love for him. Like at the same time of her like being angry. Like it took her a very long time to like sever that. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's crazy to me, that even seeing all of this stuff in front of you, you know? And like, I don't know, like it's just mind blowing to like that someone could be so mind fucked like that. I guess.
We have to revert back to the title of this documentary series and go the handsome devil, the charming killer. This guy is very eloquent, it sounds like. It knows how to pay women the kind of attention they want in order to. I mean, you heard the phone calls that he was making.
100%.
He's a total charmer. And I'm like, what?
He was like making them laugh and telling them all the right things.
Yeah, you're so sexy. You're so beautiful. I love your hair. I love that outfit. Yeah. Like, this is great. Like, you're so beautiful. Like, I can't wait to.
And none of these women even knew him like personally. Like,
just a very small handful.
Yeah, some of them did. Yeah. Like knew him from the outside, but a lot of them only knew him through the act of getting imprisoned.
Right.
And then them sending
things to him,
like pictures and letters and stuff. And then he would call them or whatever, you know, like that is just so crazy to me that like there are women out there that actually like seek out men in jail like that.
That's wild. Because and it's so like the part that blows my mind is that they know that he did this to these women.
Yes.
And they're still like, yep, that guy.
Yeah.
That's the part that like blows my face off. Like,
yeah. And a lot of the detectives were feeling the same way. They're like, this is wild to me that like women are supporting him, or even also claiming that he's innocent.
Right.
And I'm like, how? Like, how in your right mind can you justify his innocence after he confessed multiple times to multiple different people the same details of what happened?
That's hard, especially because he was about to sell his confession for a cheeseburger and some French fries when the people already knew, like had very fortunately found out where the body was.
Right.
Of his final victim before he was like, hey, let me show you where it's at, because they reached out to his father and was like, can you show us, can you talk to him? Can you get him to tell us where her body is?
Right.
Because I mean,
this was the second one.
The family, his final victim. The family is looking for her. She's still missing.
Yeah.
And we really want to bring him closure. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll reach out. So he reaches out to his son again while he's incarcerated. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I know where she's at. I'll go ahead and reach out. And it was serendipitous that it was like, I think like a 2-hour time gap is what the detective said. Yeah. Between like the cop sitting there eating lunch, seeing a vulture drop down versus like him being like, hey, I know, I know.
So I'll tell you.
For a cheeseburger and French fries.
Like that alone just tells you like what a piece of shit he is.
Right.
You know?
And how he just like, loves the attention. Like the only reason why he's drumming it up. Dude.
So much.
The other thing that like the face change.
Oh God.
From his like mugshot photo to when he like his first day in court. Like he tried to get his girlfriend to get him tattoo cover up and it wasn't covered up enough. So he's just like, F it. And then
it's there.
Full send. Yeah. He's got the swastikas and like this whole like jawline skeleton thing going on. He's got multiple swastikas on his face, mind you. Yeah. Like he's pulling total derangedness. And I mean, and that's like really the only thing his lawyers had to like use as a defense is like, look at this man. He wouldn't, like, nobody sane would do this to themselves.
Yeah. They were trying to say that like, because he was adopted and
he's got all this family trauma. And I mean, so, okay, right. But he didn't have a great upbringing. It sounds like he was a child of, you know, drug use and,
yes, like his mom was a drug user.
Yeah, and I think they mentioned when he was born with drugs in his system.
Yeah. But like his adoptive mom, she wasn't in the show physically, but she did give like a statement like via phone or audio or whatever, you know, and she was saying that his childhood was really good. He was a happy kid all the way up until like 15, 16. He started to experience some changes that she noticed. And he started asking more questions about his biological parents and questioning that.
Right. And like as soon as he
hit
puberty,
why did they leave me? Why didn't they want me?
Right.
As a lot of probably kids would question in that situation. Right. Yes. You know, so that's understandable. And then
he was also diagnosed at that time as bipolar.
Right. But they also said they couldn't find any records of that diagnosis.
Right.
So that's strange because there was that psychologist came in and testified.
Oh yeah, and he testified everybody had the same sort
for like over 150 cases, and he only testified on the prosecution side.
Okay,
and so the defense was like trying to pin him on that and like show, try to I guess show that like
that's all he claims people have. Is exactly. Every single case they all have the same disorder.
But then they couldn't find any records claiming any of the diagnoses that he was claiming that Wade had,
right,
which was a lot,
right.
Which I mean, yes, if he does have bipolar, schizophrenia, all these mental health disorders, like he should be medicated and probably in some sort of facility.
Well, he's in a facility now.
Yeah, he is. But like aside from that, but she did also say that like he was in and out of jail like growing up, know, and stuff like that. So he went the wrong way.
I mean, he was also on high on drugs the day that he decided to take all his aggression out on.
And people said that he acted different when he was on drugs, which obviously people would if they have a lot of mental health, chemical issues, whatever, the drugs react differently.
I don't know what he was on.
But like, if you know that, why would you continue to do the drugs? Like there's all these different, there's a rebuttal for everything. Right. I mean, his
ex-girlfriend said like, hey man, there's tons of people out there who have gotten high and have not gone out and ran them over with their truck.
Yeah.
Like
people do drugs all the time. They don't kill people just because they're on drugs. You know? Like
right. That's not a good enough defense.
No, it's not. And like I don't think mental health is either, because he knew what he was doing. It's not like he said I blacked out, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
He knew exactly what he was doing because he told everybody what he did.
He told a bunch of people
to the detail.
Like even the day that he did it, like after he got done smacking around his girlfriend, he went to like a buddy of a buddy
and
told him that he's like, hey, I just
and those guys
unalived this woman and then stole her car. And he's like, 911. I've got this story to tell you.
Yeah, that's like, wild.
Holy cow. So he's running around just like fessing this up to everybody. So he's not in his current like a good state of mind. It's just a matter of, and
he comes off
use that as like justifying the cause.
No, like I would say he probably seemed very manic,
right?
But I don't think that is still a justification for what he did, because he knew what he was doing. Like I said, it's not like he said I blacked out, I don't know what I did. Like we've seen other people claim insanity and stuff like that in the past for different, horrible crimes, and they often can't remember the details.
So do you think all the face tattoos were like a ploy to try and get the I'm not a stable guy defense?
I don't know, because
or do you think he's just that off the wall to where like
I
face
think he's
tattoos
just
were
that
a good
off
idea?
the wall, because he was covered everywhere else.
Yeah, he had already had tattoos up to here.
Yeah, so I mean, why not?
And then it was just like, once I get in prison, I'm just gonna tattoo the S out of my face.
Yeah, I think that's like when you're in prison, you have to get a face tattoo.
Is that a requirement?
I think so. I think like if you're in prison, like and you're gonna be there for a minute, like you have to get a couple of face tattoos.
Well, right, but like. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, I mean,
a lot of people I've seen that have come from prison working in bail bonds often have face tattoos. Yes. So many of them.
Those two equal each other?
Yeah.
I mean, but I've been watching a lot of like, sorry guys, true like prison shows lately, and not all those guys have face tattoos. Some of them do, but not all of them. I don't know. I don't know the ratio of face tattoos.
We'll have to look that up.
Of guys in prison.
That'd be interesting. There's probably a fact out there somewhere.
There's gotta be
somewhere.
There's a
someone's
rule
thought of
that.
There
is. Absolutely there is.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
I don't think it was a ploy though. I think that he just like we've said,
he just likes the attention.
Yes, he just likes the attention, whether it's good or bad. He wanted his girlfriend Alexis to get him Gucci freaking suits to wear,
suits and crocodile shoes
in court every day, and he wore a different suit in court every day, and like all this shit. And she was spending a lot of money on supplying this for him.
Yeah. Well, she loves him.
That's so fucking dumb. Like these girls are so dumb, and like I I shouldn't say it like that, because we've all been there. We've all dated the assholes. You know, we all have had our
experience
yes,
with that, our dance with that devil. Yeah.
Totally.
Or if we haven't, we know someone who has.
Yes, you know, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't wish that upon anybody. No, not at all. But like, if you know that about yourself, in that you're attracted to the bad boys and this and that, like, I just feel like someone convicted of 2 unalivings would be a really big red flag.
A gigantic red flag?
Like a really big one. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like,
that's really hard though.
It is hard. Like,
because
these women must just be in a really bad, vulnerable state that they are his prey, essentially, as he described it at one point.
Well, I mean, and I think there's a law of attraction. There is, I mean, you've heard of like, you know, how like the prey and the predator are inevitably drawn to each other.
Yeah, totally.
Right? So I think there's a level of that to this for them. But the fact that there's so many, I think social media really helped that out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us. But it's wild to me because, I mean, the question is, do you think he's cute?
No,
not at all. Not even like a little bit, like your typical. I mean, he's 6'2".
Okay,
he's tall.
I'll say this.
I mean, not now.
No.
He's like round and heavily tattooed.
I'll say this.
In his
he
face.
is not unattractive.
Right.
He is not my type.
He's not my type either.
He's way too like clean cut for me.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. He's way too murdery for me.
That too. I was talking about not that part of it, just based on the looks.
I know.
No, but yeah, like, I understand.
I can understand that there's a level of attraction.
He has the strong jawline, the dark features, like he has the charming personality, whatever. Like,
he can talk his way in and out of
uses
anything.
it. He's got the good mouth, like whatever. Right. He knows how to use his charm. He said that himself.
Right.
That he
brags about that stuff.
Yes. Like, he takes pride in the fact that he uses his charm and his good looks to get these women to do all these things for him.
Right.
You know, I think that he has a deep down hatred towards women because of his situation with his mother. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think he's got mommy issues. Oh. And I think that's probably deep in the psyche, you know?
Buried.
And that's probably, you know, when he's on drugs, that's probably
where he goes
into that dark place, you know? I think that's probably more where they should have tried to maybe point the defense to his mommy issues versus
I'm sure
just
they tried
the
to
mental
go there,
health.
but like how much of a defense is mommy issues?
I mean, how much of a defense can you have in general when you have a case like that?
I mean, like the fact that
like, why even have a lawyer at that point? Like,
well, because you kind of got to have to. You can't represent yourself.
Yeah, you can't.
In the whole Miranda rights, they tell you can have a guy.
Yeah, I know. It's just silly. Like, the lawyer's just like, eh.
Well, the lawyers said they're like, I don't want to be here either, my guy.
I know.
Like, he went through so many.
He looked miserable, too, sitting there. And the final lawyer that he ended up with was Jewish.
Yeah.
And he
like,
even
I'm
said,
Jewish. Do you have a problem with that? Well, I mean, because he's running around with the symbols on his face.
Yeah, right here. And then like a big one on the side of his head. And I'm like, that's crazy. Okay, so do you think he's cute?
Oh, heck no. No.
Like, not even a little bit?
No. Not, I mean, I can understand why conventionally he'd be attractive.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. So, as we had said, there were thousands of women that were just flocking to him.
There's even still, like, he's still getting...
He had a GoFundMe page.
Did you see how much was in that?
People were donating thousands of dollars to him. Like, one person... Like, multiple people donated thousands of dollars. One person that like the guy was showing donated $24,000.
Well, I mean,
like, that's insane.
Because he's in appeals,
like, what?
Right? And so he's trying to like fight the death sentence.
Yes,
and because so that does cost
relying.
money.
He's relying on his supporters,
right, to pay for his appeals.
So he's trying to appeal to not get the death penalty.
Yeah.
So
he's trying to appeal to Constitution say that
he didn't get a fair trial.
No. Oh. He's trying to appeal the fact that the death penalty is unconstitutional.
Oh, because of the Florida death the rate that the jury needs.
I don't know.
It was
well,
something.
that is also different for. I mean,
Yeah.
I get that that's different for state, but for Florida, that's pretty fun. You don't only have to have so many. You don't have to have a unanimous jury.
No, 8 to 4.
He didn't even have a unanimous jury.
No, which was really interesting. And so, okay, so if you were a juror on this case,
Oof.
what
Have you been a juror before?
I have not.
You haven't.
No, and
I have.
I made it to like we were
Selection?
down to like we were in the courtroom, we were in the juror box, and there was like how many people? It was 12, right, in a jury. So we had 14 people, and they were asking like the final questions to figure out the final 2 that needed to boot. And I was in bail bonds, and so I used that as my excuse
To leave.
Yes,
Nice.
as I felt like I couldn't,
Yeah.
I was like, my husband's a bounty hunter, and I work in bail bonds. Like, I don't think this is. They're like, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
So they're like, get out. But anyways, you were a juror.
Yeah, I got selected even. Like had
On
to
what
do
kind
the
of
whole
case?
process. It was a brandishing a weapons case.
Ooh.
Like the guy was arguing with a guy and he was really mad at the guy that he was arguing with. So he drove his car by and was like out the window
It's like, I got one of these guys.
at the other guy. And there's a security footage. So it made
That's
it really
funny.
easy of like the victim being like, look, here's me. Look, here's him. And then there's like footage of like, you can see him in his face. Like, and then something really shiny. And then the driving slow motion. So it was
Oh my gosh.
he was totally caught
That's crazy.
on camera. But like, he's like, that's not me. You can't tell that that's me. That's not my car. You can't tell that's me. You're only going off of the fact that he's telling you that that's me. I don't know who that is. And so
What did he end up getting? Did he end up getting convicted?
he ended up getting convicted.
Guilty?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard.
Was it a unanimous?
Yeah. All of us were like,
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
that's
guy.
pretty easy.
yeah.
So
It only lasted a day.
Okay.
So it was only
yeah.
just a full day's worth of.
I couldn't imagine being on a trial like
It's
this.
weird. I mean, like this, holy cow, how do you get selected from this? Because you have to be sequestered. Like you have to be pulled away from anything. Like as you're in it, you're told you can't look at your phone. You can't talk to anybody. You're not allowed to like exist except for in this room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
with
you
these
have
people.
to stay as sterile as you can.
Yeah, you can't have any outside influences or perspectives filtering what you're hearing, because you have to try to think.
be as neutral as possible walking in, because you are just in theory a jury of this person's peers.
Yeah, totally.
So to be a juror in something like this would be wild.
So crazy.
It would be so hard.
It would be hard.
How do you sit there through all of those evidence photos and the stories of how everything went down? And I mean, I understand people don't believe in the death penalty, and the reasons for that being is like, he's already taken 2 lives.
Right.
Why, suffer more lives, sort of thing. I mean, there are truths to both sides.
Yes.
I honestly think this guy should fry, but that's just my personal opinion.
Fry.
I mean, why did they bring up the electric chair?
Because
Is that
they
how
have
they're
an
trying?
option.
Is that how they're trying to get him to go? Or
no,
they
no,
just
no.
like, we've got old Smokey?
They do lethal, but they still have the electric chair.
the one that malfunctions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which is why they switched to lethal.
Right.
But
they can still use the electric chair.
Hey, buddy, your death date's
Do you
coming
want to go
up.
out with a bang?
Which option would you like? The chair or the injection?
Would you like to go through poison or power?
I mean, if I get a cheeseburger and fries beforehand, I'll be good. Pizza and a honey bun.
Oh man.
If I was a juror on that, so a couple of the jurors, it was not unanimous.
No.
There was some that chose not death, and I want to say that the juror that was in the documentary, I feel like he didn't choose the death penalty because he made a statement of he would because Wade is so young. Some people, I think he phrases like, because Wade is so young, some people were feeling like the death penalty wasn't enough justice because that would happen. Like he would die and that's it. Like, but if he lived out his entire life in prison, that's more suffering for him. is how they.
That's more suffering for all of us because all of us have to pay for the scumbag to be in jail.
Right. And
well, I mean,
the
I guess that's just my opinion.
The scumbag is still slinging fucking chicks from jail.
Yeah.
And fucking money.
Even after
that should not be allowed.
Ousted him.
That should not be allowed.
The courts is like, hey, hoes. He's got a whole list of you. There's not just one.
Yeah.
There's like 40 plus. Sorry, not sorry. And then they went like after each other on the internet. And
yes.
Like, my guys.
And they're like fighting over this guy.
This is so dumb.
And then there was like one quick conversation. There was like one of the girls and she's like, nah, she's like, I'll kick all those bitches out. She's like, you know that, you're the only one for me or some shit like that. And I was like, that's so, why?
Ew,
like, you're so fucking dumb. Like all those girls need to be fucking smacked in the face and go to therapy and fix their issues. So they stop going after men like this.
Like, okay.
And continually stroking the fucking egos of these monsters.
I get it. There is some sort of romantic thread to the villain, right? I understand.
Totally get that.
Like there's something alluring about the bad guy. Totally get that, but like there's also levels, right? There's a spectrum.
Many. There's a spectrum of bad boyness.
Like straight on murderer, guy who likes to like choke a little. Like
there's quite a range.
I mean, maybe the guy who likes to choke a little should be more over like here instead of all the way at the other like vanilla end. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's
like you could be in the middle and be like fine
and still be alive.
You don't have to like lean over to like murderous things,
right?
You know?
I mean,
and
it's hard for me to like find. There's a lot of people who find like Jason Voorhees hot or Michael Myers or kind of like fantasize or objectify like those kind of murderers sort of thing.
That's fucking weird to me.
Right? Isn't that wild?
Why do you do that?
How do you find that? But again, I'm not going to yuck somebody else's yum. Let me get this clear.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be
judge.
like, ew, ew, ew.
No,
that's
we don't
just
judge.
Ew for me.
Yeah, for me too.
Hard pass, no thank you.
Yeah. It's weird. I can't get into that.
Wild. Yeah.
Cannot get into that.
I mean, I like him bad, but like bad light.
Yes.
You know?
Like bad medium. Like you said, like choke a little, maybe smack a little booty, like whatever, you know? But like we don't need
murderers.
No, we don't need broken noses, nothing like that.
Dude.
God, that poor girl.
Like
the girlfriend?
all of the girlfriends he's had, he put hands on.
All of them.
All of them. None of them were safe.
No. That's so crazy.
I mean,
dude.
and his final victim wasn't even someone that he knew.
But like, okay, what is the psychology of these women? And we kind of touched on it before. Like the women that are swooning over him and still supporting him to this day.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with them?
I don't know.
Like, okay, do they just get the satisfaction of, is it like a control thing for them too, do you think? Because they're on the outside. They know they're never going to see this guy.
No.
Right? You know
we
what
don't
I mean?
know how long his life is going to last at this point.
So hear me out. They're on the outside living their life. They probably have a boyfriend, a husband, a whatever, a life.
Situation.
They have a situation, yes, that they're living probably happily, however, whatever the fuck they're doing, right? But I think it's got to be a control thing for them to have, like, to know that that guy needs them. Like, the women are manipulating him just as much as he's manipulating them, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he needs them to send them money, you know, is almost like ego stroking for the women, because they're like, this motherfucker needs me to send him some money.
So are you saying he's like a victim in this?
He could be, in a sense. Well, I wouldn't say a victim. No, I'm just saying, like,
no,
I think that he's just also getting played by some of the women.
I don't know, man.
Maybe not. Maybe the women
I think it's more Pied Piper and rats at this point.
Maybe the women that are swooning over him are just literally swooning over him, and they don't have that deep extra thought into it. Maybe that's just my brain, but
way too analytical for that situation. You think about the why too much.
Too much. I'm like,
Why did you strangle and then?
Yeah, maybe I should have been a psychologist. Who knows? I just have I've always had a deep want to understand people's behaviors.
Right.
Including my own.
Right.
Because I think knowing the why alleviates
responsibility.
No, it doesn't alleviate responsibility. I think knowing the why behind someone's actions gives the person wanting to know the why the ability to either be upset or happy about the actions. Like if the actions were offensive.
But knowing the why doesn't make a difference though. The action still happened.
It doesn't. But it helps the person that wants to know the why. For me anyways, when I understand the why, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I get it. Like, whether the why is something that I wanted to hear or not, and whether the why that the person is telling me is truthful or not. They could be telling me a fake why or a lie of their why. Right. You know what I mean?
It's just the why that they're giving you.
Right. But whatever their why is, it gives me the opportunity to, I guess, analyze the situation and be like, okay, I can either understand that or I don't understand that. And I'm still like, well, fuck your actions anyways. Or I'm like, cool, I understand that. And then we go on about our merry way.
Interesting.
Maybe I didn't explain that right.
No, you did. I totally get it. But you're not always entitled to the why.
I know. And this is the battle that Trevor and I have all the time. Because he doesn't give a fuck about the why and I always do.
Right.
I
see both sides.
Yeah. And not everything needs the why. Not everything does.
I appreciate that you are selective on the things that need the why, right?
A deep level, such as extreme things like this, or
why are you so attracted to him?
When people have a repeated behavior that is could be self-damaging or whatever that I see on the outside, right? This could be a fucking stranger, it could be a coworker, whatever, right? Just people that I observe in the world, right? Or whatever. You just see people living their life and you're like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why do they keep doing that over and over and over again?
Right. I mean, we ask a lot of
and it's like, okay,
all of the things that we've talked about in this. It's like, well, why did they make that decision? Like, why did they go missing? Why didn't they investigate it this way? Well, why did the cops choose to bungle this evidence?
I think asking why gives... It's asking questions. It gives opportunity to look more, to look further at other things. Right, you know what I mean? And I think when there are situations that you're like, wow, that's got to be a deep-rooted psychological thing. I think for me, that more so is when I want to know the why.
Right. Why did he go through in one day and decide to
boom,
unalive, boom, not unalive, and then unalive.
Right. And then go tell everybody about it.
Right. And then create this huge attention grab in incarceration. And then now here we are giving him more attention as he's in incarceration.
Yes. And continuing to give him attention as he's living out his life on death row, which, by the way,
he looks so gross. He's so fat now. It's
disgusting. He looks really gross.
It's gross. He's Michelin Man now.
I'll throw a picture up. I'll do a before and after for sure. I'll do before face
his
tattoos.
Mugshot,
yes.
And then
face tattoos, and then after getting convicted for death row. I mean, at that point though, if you're on death row and you're people are sending you money,
people are still feeding you all this money,
you might as well
live it up, dude. I
get fat.
All of those prison shows that I'm watching, the people with the huge commissaries have power in that place.
Oh yeah,
are you kidding me? That is money in there.
Fuck yeah, it is. That is how you get things. You know, yes, and he was getting drugs. He was having people smuggle in drugs for him.
Some lady got popped, threw her whole life away for him because she smuggled drugs in.
Yep. It was someone that was coming to visit him, not someone that was already incarcerated.
It was one of his wives.
His Wade wives. What the fuck? So stupid.
Gross.
So the death penalty in Florida is really interesting because it takes a long time, obviously, for the actual execution to happen.
Well, so, it took a long time to throw it down. They had a bunch of storm,
it was 5 years for the whole trial.
The COVID.
The
COVID happened.
Sorry. The COVID.
And then he just got sentenced, I think 2024.
Yeah. And so he's on death row now. but like
in his appeals.
Yes. And that process takes forever.
A long time.
There's a guy, so I looked up like if he had an execution date yet. And there's a guy named Tommy Ziegler. Don't know who that is, but he's been on Florida's death row since 1976.
Dang. I wonder when he went in. He
I don't
must have
know.
been young.
I want to kind of look up and be like, what did you do, Mr. Tommy? Maybe we can talk about it.
Probably some more unalivings.
But yeah, it says the average Florida death row case takes 13 to 14 years for execution to happen.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I really wonder, because I understand that his, like, especially since this case has just been sentenced, everybody's still fresh with him. Like, how long is it going to take for him to fizzle out? Because he will. He will.
Oh, yeah.
The Wade wives will go from X many to X many to X many until he's left with a couple stragglers and then no one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm really curious as to, I want to know
how long that's going to be
before it dries up.
Yeah. That, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on Mr. Wade.
No,
keep an eye on the socials.
Yes, that's fair.
Yes, there is that one guy in the show, that content creator. I didn't catch his name, but he was like TikTok live streaming a lot of the trial and stuff like that. And I'm sure he would probably have an update.
Right. Oh, I bet. Have to look that up.
That was such a great idea of him to do, though. I'm sure he was getting monetized.
I mean, because are you kidding me?
I'm sure he was getting so many.
All of this was going on right at like the birth of the popularity of social media,
because COVID happened, so no one could do anything but be on social media.
2019, I think, is when his trial first kind of kicked off.
Yep.
And that was like, or was ending or something like that. I can't remember the relevance.
Well, the incidences happened in October 2019.
That's right.
And then, so I don't know how long he was in prison before they started the trial, but it was probably 2020, 2019,
right?
End of 2019, maybe.
But that was the thing. I didn't see anybody all masked up and separated.
No.
Which is weird to see, because you can mark it in time when you watch like either like reality shows or something like that.
That's weird. I didn't even think about that.
How quickly he was like sent to trial. I have to look into those details.
Yes, that's interesting, because 2020 was when they enforced like the mask mandate. Like, wasn't it? Like when they shut everything down, it was like spring of 2020. Yeah, March, right?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Because it didn't start hitting like the airwaves until like Thanksgiving of 2019 or so.
So
Christmas
crazy.
That time. Dude, that's such a long time ago too.
I know.
Do you realize?
Yes.
Ugh.
But like it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, because I feel like
it's
COVID,
a scar on everybody's memory. Because
I feel like
it's a mark in time. It's
I feel like we lost
and a PC. Yeah.
Like we lost those 2 years of like time.
3
years of time.
Yeah.
So like it really I shouldn't be 41. I should only be
I was gonna say
39.
I walked into COVID in my 30s. I walked out in my 40s. And literally happened.
Yes, that's how it feels. It was like a literal time warp, and I have so many friends that
feel the same way. It's wild.
So wild.
I mean, I'm sure it's a universal experience.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
That we all had to live through that.
Yes. So anyways, guys.
Wilson, thank you so much for hanging on to this new format. We're trying this out. I love this. I think this worked out really well.
Super fun.
Yes.
We're wanting to make things a little bit more conversational with you guys.
Yeah.
Which is what we were trying to do before. And then I think we kind of both got stuck on like the facts. We got to get to the facts.
The facts have got to be out there. But you know, if you want more facts, go watch the series. You got this.
Yeah. Or look shit up, like, we're just here to have a good time.
Shit up, guys.
And talk about the crazy shows that we watch.
Yeah.
Because
that's what we're here for. The conversation.
The conversation, guys. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe. We do appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Yes, we are here every Thursdays. We have premieres, 7 p.m. live in the chat. Make sure you tune in, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
From truth or lies, we'll call it out. They whisper gossip, but we shout. Pop culture queens and headphones clear. Girl, did you hear what's up?